Hello my dear friends, my name is Harold and welcome to the Sanctum. This video will be split into two parts. The first part, I will be talking about three main energetic centers that you need to develop and become aware of in order to do any kind of energy work and energetic development efficiently. And in the second part of the video, I shall be guiding you through an exercise that you can do to begin to become aware of these centers and begin to develop them and activate them over time. And this will be very important for doing any kind of energy work or to be able to become sensitive to subtle energies and develop those inner faculties that you need. So first of all, the 3 points that I want to make you aware of are these 3 points here. The first point is about 3 fingers below the belly button. If you take 3 fingers like this and you place it just below your belly button, where the last finger reaches, imagine a line going all the way back behind you. And then if you pull your perineum, which is right at the bottom of the spine, if you pull that muscle up, imagine a line going upwards, and where the two lines cross, that is where the first center is. So it's inside. The second center is just behind the heart, behind the sternum, and the second center is around here, inside your forehead. So the centers that I'm talking about here are different to what is known as the chakras, that is often referred to in yoga. These 3 centers are known as the 3 Tantien in the Taoist tradition, or the 3 Haras in the Japanese tradition. The one in the belly is called the Dantien. The one in the heart is called the middle Dantien. And the one in the forehead is called the upper Dantien. So you've got the lower Dantien, the middle Dantien, and the upper Dantien. And these 3 centers are like generators and converters of energy. The one in your belly is used to generate energy. It's almost like a generator. The second one is used to transform it from one state to another. And the third one is also used to transform it from one state to another. If you want to know more about this sort of stuff and the sciences of energy work, you can find out more on my Patreon channel. I've just released a new series on energy mastery, so please check that out if it interests you. Now, the Dantien not only is a generator, but it can be used to store energy for later use. And most of us aren't aware of our Dantien, nor is it highly developed or activated until you begin to work with it. So in order to work with these centers and develop them, what you must do is bring your attention to those particular points. And wherever our attention goes, energy flows. So when we bring our attention to those various points, we begin to develop these particular centers so that they become more and more real. And they begin to form. And from a dormant state, they become more activated so that you can begin to use them. These 3 centers sometimes are even described as cauldrons, because when you start to do internal alchemy, which I talk about on my Patreon channel, you'll be using these cauldrons to bubble and heat up energy to transmute them from one state to another. And the changes in energy that you create can be used for various purposes depending on what that might be, to create internal states within yourself, in other people, or in your life, in terms of manifestation and things like this. So now that I've defined the 3 Tantien and their position in the body, Let's start by doing the exercise. So to do this exercise, you can do it in a seated cross-leg posture. You can even do it standing with your feet shoulder width apart, or you can do it seated down with your hands gently on your lap. Make sure your feet are touching the ground. If you're standing or seated down with your feet touching the ground, ensure that you are barefoot. Okay. If you do this outside in nature, it can be more powerful. So what you need to do now is simply close your eyes. So from a yang state, you're going into a yin state. Take a few deep breaths in and out. To relax yourself, you can do this with me now. And start by bringing your attention and awareness all the way down your body to 3 fingers below your belly button. And now move your attention inwards towards the spine, directly above the perineum, towards the point 3 fingers below your belly button. And you'll know when you get the right point, because there's a particular place that when you bring your attention down to the belly, it just pulls in your awareness. It's almost like a hole where your awareness just kind of falls into. So bring your attention and bring it down the spine to that area, 3 fingers below the belly button, and when you find it, you'll know, because your attention may just fall in there. This is the lower dantian. Now, if you've never done these sorts of exercises before, this may take some practice to develop the internal body sensitivity to be able to feel this particular point. But we practice, especially if you watch some of the other videos that I talk about energy on this channel and on my Patreon channel. If you do those practices in no time, you'll be able to become aware of these particular points. So keep your attention there, because remember, where attention goes, energy flows, and just breathe in and out from that point. Just breathing in and out gently, focusing on that point. And you may notice the more you focus on this point, the more you'll begin to feel something. With practice, you will feel almost like a generator of energy right there in your belly. Now see if you can stay on this point as you go about your day. You could be on public transport, you could be going for a walk, you could be watching something on YouTube. Bring your attention to that point right there. 3 fingers below the belly button, and allow it to stay there. And see how long you can go before you get distracted. And as soon as you get distracted, come back to the point. This will also create immense balance in the body, peace and centeredness, because it centers you being here in the dantian. Now over time, you will really refine that when you keep your attention there. It's better first to develop this point before you develop the others. But once you've begin to feel the dantian in that particular region, you can now bring your attention up to the point inside of your heart. So it's not on the outside. You're not floating your awareness on the outside of your heart, but you're going behind the sternum, behind the bone, where the middle dantian is. And in the same way, you're keeping your attention there. Every time you get distracted, you come back. And see if you can maintain this awareness throughout the day. And once you've cultivated this for a certain period of time, you can move your attention up to the point up here. And once again, it's not the third eye, which is here, it's inside. So you want to bring your attention inside, almost to the center of your head, behind your forehead. With practice, you'll be able to bring your attention inside of the body. You'll notice on my channel, we've worked on bringing your attention outside of the body to a particular place. We focused on the aura, and now we are focusing on developing the internal energetic sensitivity of the body. All three of these are important when you're doing energy work and internal alchemy. So keep your attention there. And every time you get distracted, come back to it. And over a certain period of time, if you're able to keep your attention on these points, starting from the dantian, after you feel the dantian, move to the middle dantian. After you feel the middle dantian, move to the upper dantian. Now these centers will become more activated and formed and developed within yourself. And the ability to generate energy, transform energy, cultivate it, transmit it, project it, will become a lot easier. If you need help feeling the energy, check out my Patreon channel, where I've just released a video on improving your sensitivity and a technique that you can do to develop your sensitivity, alongside many other videos. So practice this every day, and I hope you found this video enjoyable. If you haven't already and you want to improve the nature of your aura and the sensitivity of your aura, you can check out this video right here that will pop on the screen. And thank you, take care, and I shall see you very soon. Peace.